What's up, everybody? Welcome to the morning, the Wednesday comic chat. Sorry, I kind of changed the names of things a little bit here. Past couple weeks, I've been doing this live stream, kind of talking about comics here on Wednesdays. Well, I guess except for last week, because there was so much going on last week that I didn't. Because I just went out and seen the Saska sisters' new movie, Rabid, down in LA. So, anyway, I guess that's really all beside the point. Thank you all so much for being here today. Now, if you could all do me one favor, make sure that you're subscribed and click that little bell so you get notifications anytime that I drop a new video or anytime I plan on doing a live video. And I'm sorry for this morning, folks, about the delay here. I know I'm usually here right about 8 o'clock every day, but well, today I was kind of rearranging some things here in the room and, just switched a little bit up here. So I apologize. And, for some reason the internet went out while I was moving everything around, electronics, however that works. So anyway, yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Like I said, if you are, make sure you're subscribed, hit the little bell, but also make sure you give this video a like or give it a thumbs down. It's all good. Decide that for yourself. You want to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So today we're going to go ahead and get into some comic book talk. Now, I got a review I'm probably going to be doing here soon. Some of them I will be doing on my Wednesday comic book pull list that I've got. That's going to be coming out here later today, where I'm going to be reviewing Luna Snow and also Count Crowley. And so I'm going to be reviewing these. Those reviews will, I may release them separately as well, but those reviews are going to come out on my Wednesday comic book pull list. So yeah, keep a lookout to see those. But yeah, that's Count Crowley. Here, the Reluctant Midnight Monster Hunter, and then this one right here, Luna Snow. Now, Count Crowley is actually written by David Dastmalchian. He's an actor. He was in like the Ant-Man movies. He was one of the partners there. He was the one who talked like this, and yeah, he was like first thing I remember ever seeing him in was he was like a henchman in The Dark Knight. He was a henchman in the Batman movie, yeah. And then I know he was also in a couple other things as well that I can't really think all the ones I can remember him on off the top of my head. But yeah, he ended up he's the writer on this, and I got to tell you, this book, it was pretty funny. Is it something I would add to my pull list? I mean, probably not. But my local comic book shop is cool, and they lent me a copy of this to go ahead and check out and give a read and bring a review for you all. So thank them for that. You should go follow them. Yeah, you should. You go follow them on Instagram or Facebook. Cool comic shop. They're always posting, pictures of the comics coming out, just different things that they're doing. They're getting ready to do a costume contest on November 2nd because there's baseball stuff going on right now and all kinds of stuff and on just. Yeah, I don't know, because last year it kind of didn't go down as big as they thought it would partially because there was some foosball game going on or something. I don't know. So yeah, I'll be doing these on there, but yeah, Count Crowley. It was a pretty funny read. I guess kind of cracks me up. Basically, what's going on in this story is there's a news anchor. I guess you could say she's a news anchor. It looks like at a local family owned station. And she kind of has it's not even a rough first day. I guess she has a rough last day at work. And yeah, so she ends up losing her job, but it's her career's not completely over yet. You can see throughout this book she kind of has her own problems. I mean, she's just like your average news anchor out there. She's an alcoholic, likes to drink, go out and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and it's kind of about that. And then at the last minute, the station throws her a bonus. Says, look, this is all like this. Something came up. We've got somebody who hasn't shown up to work, and we need some help. We need some help to get through at least one night. Until this person shows back up to work, or if they quit or whatever. We need somebody to fill in on this show. So that's where this ex news anchor comes into play, and she steps in and takes over this TV show on this little locally owned TV station. So yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. It was a pretty good book, depending on what you like and everything. I mean, it might be worth a read, and it's only a 4 issue series. It's only a 4-issue series, so you don't have to worry about, pulling a whole lot of books or anything. It's a short little mini series. So, if it was in my budget, I'd go ahead and pick this one up. But I'll probably just pick it up on trade paperbacks. But you can, if you guys want to see me do more reviews on this, just let me know, and I can do more reviews on that book right there. And yeah, Luna Snow, this one, it's definitely not for me. I thought it was quite hilarious. For the most part, it made me laugh. It's a silly story. Uh, Luna Snow is a pop star. She's a pop star in this group called, what is it, Four Lit. And yeah, I don't know. It's quite hilarious, and she don't really uh, how she gets her superpowers is just like every superhero gets their superpowers. Um, she gets caught in an explosion. And in this case, she gets caught in an explosion like this really super powered freezer, and so she gets these, she gets Iceman's powers. She gets Iceman's powers. And anyway, yeah. So this is about her being rounded up to join this group. She's being sought out by Jimmy Woo for the new agents of Atlas. Just kind of funny stuff. There's a little bonus tale at the end here of some kids who were basically raised by Hydra and decided to become the future Avengers. Yeah, they had one of these tales in I think in the last couple as well. What was the one we did last week? Was it White Fox? There was one of those tales in there as well, an extra little story. But yeah, look for some of those reviews to come in my Wednesday comic book pull list. And it really kind of depends on who there's some people would like these stories, some people won't. It's really up to you, and that'll be more in the review. The other one I read here was The Amazing Mary Jane. The Amazing Mary Jane. I already dropped a review on this here on the channel a little bit earlier. You should go back and check that out. After this is over, you should go back and check out the review I did on this. This book wasn't... it was funny. It's comical. It's a silly comic book. But, I mean, what else could you expect than somebody written by Lee Williams. It's silly. I don't know. I'll probably read issue number 2, bring you guys a review on it if you'd like me to as well. Altogether, like I said, it wasn't a bad book. It's just like, I don't know. It was a silly book altogether for the most part. Just some of the situations, some of the things going on here. But I'll tell you, at the very end of this book, it had a nice little cliffhanger at the end. It had a nice little cliffhanger at the end. I'll give them that. I'll give them that for sure. It had a nice little cliffhanger. But yeah, go back and check the review on that. I also dropped my review of Marauders, and we'll probably talk more about this one in just a minute. This book was actually really good. You know what I mean? Like when I sit back and think about it, I did my review on it, and I went to sleep, and I thought about it, and I woke up, and I'm like, this is a great book. This one is pretty good. Well, at least it has the potential. It has the potential to be a really great series. I'm buying this first issue of this series, and then I'll see how the rest of the series turns out, if I'm gonna get it, if I'm just gonna wait for a trade paperback or something like that. But altogether, it was actually a really good issue. See, Kitty Pryde, as she's there, kind of leading this team of X-Men who are bringing other mutants, bringing mutants to Krakoa who don't have access to the gateways that Krakoa has, that they have made in these other countries that have basically recognized Krakoa as a nation, so they could get the mutant drugs and things like that. And some people don't have access to these gateways. We'll put it that way. We'll get more into that in just here in just a little while. So yeah, altogether, it was a really good book though, and it's written by Jerry Dugan. Is it Duggan or Dugan? I don't know, man. But yeah, it was a really good. It was a really good book. Definitely, if you've been reading like the House of X and the Powers of X, this is probably a series you might want to check out. To see if it's something you want to continue reading. I think the story in it is going to be interesting just by what they've set up in this first issue, though. And there's some pretty funny things. We see that Logan has a particular grocery list that he had for Kitty Pryde as she was coming to the island of Krakoa, because she has to end up going by boat because she can't get through the gateway for some reason. She can't walk through the gateway into Krakoa, and so yeah, that's kind of why she's leading this team of heroes out there. And there's some other ulterior motives here going on as well. So yeah, and I already dropped my review on that as well. But I've got to tell you, like, after sleeping on it and reading after reading this issue, it is a lot. You know, it puts a lot in there to kind of set up a story that could be potentially really good going forward. Another one I'm going to be doing a review on here is this one right here, The Amazing Spider-Man Full Circle. You can see this book has a bunch of different writers on there where they all chipped in and did like some big story about Spider-Man. This is a thick book too, man. Like, it's thick. And what is this? This is a $9.99 book, so it's, you know, it's pretty thick. You might want to check that out. Apparently, it's like it seems like a thing almost like where they're showing different just from what I read about. It seems like they're showing different aspects of Spider-Man throughout his life and different realities and things like that. I won't pretend to know for sure because I haven't read the book yet. Okay, we'll just leave that at that right now. Oh man, is this thing seriously? Dang, man. All right, I'm gonna get it here into the chat and see if this thing starts to clear up. It shows me that I'm freezing up, guys. Am I freezing up? Am I freezing up here? Again, thank you all so much for being here today. Superpower Review, thank you for being here. Sorry I was a little bit late. I seen you got here early. Sorry about being here late. I don't know what's going on. You know, obviously I can see I'm having internet problems, and you know, who knows if it's OBS or if it's YouTube, because my stuff, I just reset my stuff. Everything just got reset when I kind of set everything up and moved it this morning. So I don't know. Downright Nerdy Podcast says, "Hey, bud, just getting to work. Can't stay too long. Just wanted to stop by and say what's up. All right, what's up, Downright Nerdy Podcast? You guys, Nerdy Podcast. You guys should go check them out. They do just some different podcasts. Russell Wells Benjamin, good morning. How you doing this morning, sir? He says the set is looking great. Yeah, I just like all this stuff was sitting on the side before, and I just kind of moved it around." And you know, just kind of moved it like this stuff right here. These two box sets, they were sitting back over here on my table, and yeah, then I just and then I got all my put my Dragon Ball Z stuff up there too. I've got these little things too. Remember all these things? Remember these McFarlane toys? Ah, look at that. I got a little Brian Urlacher right there. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, this is the nice one though right there. Sweetness, Walter Payton, man. Legendary. Yeah, and then I also got this thing. Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh. This was actually a this used to have all these pieces and stuff here on the top of it. It was a water pipe. It was a water pipe, a Mr. Hanky water pipe. But you wouldn't want to do anything with it because it made all like porcelain and everything and all that stuff anyway. You know, you just buy it for looks more than anything. And yeah, so yeah, I just kind of got some of that stuff. I mean, I've been meaning to put a shelf in here and put some of this stuff up there on a shelf because I have other things. Other things that I've collected over the years that would be pretty cool to check out. Okay, so it looks like we're back in the green here while I'm saying good morning to everybody. Dimaj, what's up? How you doing this morning, man? Okay, Mads Mama Bear, welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Chillmonger, what's up? Editing a video, just gonna pop in here and leave a like. You know what? You guys need to go follow Chillmonger. Go see, like here. I'm gonna copy his link right here. Oh, dang, I don't know how to do all this, man. If anybody can find Chillmonger, he's right here, anyway, go find Chillmonger. Look him up. You know, he's got the little emoji guy with the sunglasses, got the little stars in the eyes. Go check out his channel. We need to get this. He's at 199 subscribers. There's no reason he shouldn't be a lot higher than that. He should be at like 300. He should be like 300 because Chillmonger's a cool cat. He dropped his review of Marauders issue number 1 as well. So you should go check that out. Check his out. Check mine out. Go check him out. Chillmonger is pretty cool, dude. He's one of our Canadian brothers up there, north of the border. Yep. And he's got dual citizenship. In case you guys didn't know that, he's like probably like the only person in the world that has dual citizenship to Canada and Wakanda. True story. Man's Mama Bear saying what's up to everybody. Okay. Demajana says, hey now. Mad's Mama Bear says, you feeling better? Oh man, what happened? What happened? Rosetta Allen, thank you for being here at the live stream. How are you doing this morning? Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you're all doing well as good as well. Russ Wells Benjamin says, the video is choppy. Audio is okay at the moment. Yeah, it looks like it's been dropping out here. I don't know. Probably I need to reset everything here and everything on my computer. Man, you know how these things get, dude. Like, Apple probably sent down some update for, because I run on a Mac, so, it probably sent something out there. Okay, Carrie Neves says, good morning. How are you doing this morning as well, Carrie? Thank you so much for being here. Mr. Hickey, the Christmas pipe. Hey, bro, you smoking that loud? No, I'm smoking that stank. Rosetta Allen says, click the dots on the side by the name and go to channel. Yeah, but I've got so many things open right now for me to do that. I don't know, it takes a lot, but you should go check out Chillmonger. He's cool dude. Does some good reviews as well, and he gets pretty detailed there on his reviews. Like he's definitely more knowledgeable than me. I'll give him that for sure. So you should go check him out. He's a great channel, and he deserves more subscribers. I'll tell you that much. He certainly does. So yeah, another one I wanted to talk about. We were talking, showing you just some of the comic books. So a series that I picked these up last week, and one of them I actually picked up last month when it came out. That's The Watcher. This is on Zenoscope Comic Books. The Watcher, issue number 2, and then issue number 3. All right. These books, they're like a horror story. There's like this demon that is out, basically that takes over this house. Kind of takes control of this house and everything, and it goes. We can see this like this girl is getting dreams and everything. This young lady here, she's having crazy dreams, and there's like stuff like ritualistic devil-like symbols and stuff. Showing up in her bedroom. She's having like a bunch of crazy stuff is going on in just these 2 issues. But and you can see, it's the art here on the covers isn't like in the books. I'll open these up. It wasn't too bad though. It was a nice little horror series, and each one of these was only three issues long. The only one I never read was the first one. The setup issue. I didn't read that one. Dang it. But this first issue, 30 to 32 pages in here. We meet like this girl. Her father is like a reverend, and they're like living in this house that's like possessed. We can see right here. They're kind of what happens here in this first issue that I've got here in issue number 2. They one of their friends had just died, and they were going to their funeral. This young lady, her father is a preacher, and they're living in this house that's possessed with these evil spirits, or so we think. I mean, it kind of is in a way. And throughout the course of the story, I mean, a lot of it's really just like a teenager story, kind of like her father's a preacher. He's like overprotective and all these things like that. The house possessed. You can kind of imagine what it's like. And we see her just kind of like some of the relationships in here going on. Like she's got her boyfriend. He's kind of weird. He acts weird, and the mother don't like him, or the mother likes him. The father definitely don't like him, and he lets it be known. And he don't like him and his daughter. Here, look at that right there. Some more of the art. Like I said, this series, it was pretty good. Now the only thing is like we see everything that happens. It ends up that the young lady's mother is actually a demon, and has been doing this basically for centuries, waiting for the right girl to come along, which was her daughter, and The only thing I'll say about this is I think maybe they should have made the series 4 issues long. And has any of you guys read The Watcher? Have you guys read The Watcher? Let me know down in the comments below. It's like I said, it wasn't a bad series. I just feel like they should have had another issue in here. And these ones, like I said, these ones are 32 pages, so they're pretty long. Um, longer than the average comic book. And these ones were, I think this one was also a 5.99 book as well. But altogether, the art in the book is really good. Some spots it seems like were maybe more rushed than others, or they did the some of the art isn't as good as it is in other parts. But overall, I would say it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The only thing is this third issue. This third issue feels really rushed. The plot just advances so fast in this last issue. Just it feels really rushed. Like you're just like jumping forward, and it takes a couple jumps forward, and it's like, whoa, hey, like, come on, there's some details we're missing here. You know what I mean? Like, you're missing a little bit because like issue number 2 was good with a lot of that, just kind of giving us some of the story and some of the situation that's been going on. Without having read issue number 1, I felt like I knew enough kind of about the world and what was going on. And then issue number 3, I kind of feel that way. I mean, I see a lot of what goes on, but then it just feels really rushed. Feels really rushed. And because there's like one of the characters, and maybe that's something in issue number 1 that I didn't get to read, is there's this neighbor across the street that's really highly suspect that they're checking out this whole time. And we don't really learn much about him other than like, I don't know. It just didn't. It seems like a character that's kind of tossed in there and is supposed to be really driving the plot forward in some sort of way, but doesn't really. Like I said, this third issue seems really rushed. Maybe they should have done like a fourth issue. Maybe even 32 pages to get that all taken care of. So yeah. Let's see. Um, that was for your chat. Oh, thank you. Oh, and Carrie, thank you so much for dropping Chillmonger's uh, link in there. Dimaj and I wasn't feeling well yesterday. Oh, yeah, that sucks, man. Yeah, I was busy here at the house getting things done, with the kids. I got 3 kids, man. It gets, whew, I'm sure y'all know. Plus, I run my own business and everything, so it's a lot. It's a lot, and that's why I thank you all for being here, for helping me grow the channel. I mean, it really, everything. Every time you guys are here for these videos, watching them, liking them, being here, hanging out, telling your friends about them. It all helps. Every single thing helps, and the channel's been going pretty good. I checked this morning. I think we're just over 600, and I'm like, wow, man, like, really, like. That's so awesome. And that's thanks to people like you being here on these live streams and checking them out and seeing, watching me flap my gums for, about an hour every morning. It's telling me 616. That's not too bad. I just hit 600 just the other day, man. And that's, again, a lot of that is, it could be algorithm or whatnot. Maybe more of my videos are getting suggested and things like that. Who knows? I don't know. But one thing that is hugely in part to you all. And again, I do greatly appreciate you all being here. And, speaking of which, there are some links down in the description. If you want to support the content here on this channel, you don't have to. Absolutely no commitment to do anything like that. But you can still even go check out the Patreon anyway. There's links down in the description where you can go and check out my Patreon. You can become a monthly Patreon supporter. And I think one of the things is, like with the Patreon, like if you join in the middle of the month or like right now, like it won't charge you till the beginning of the month anyway. So I think you get like, you have, a few days to edit your pledge and everything like that. And so it's kind of a risk-free thing, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. It seems like all the channels that I ever did that with, like they didn't charge me until the next month. I don't know. I don't know how all of it works, but it explains that to you in the billing stuff. But yeah, I got some content over there. A couple of things that I've done there for my Patreon supporters. And again, I will use that money to help upgrade things here on the channel. Like I know here this next month I'll be able to get my new green screen so I can do some different things with that. And I can't wait to get that so I can get that all started. That'll be fun. So yes, and that's, and you can see the list of awesome people here who are Patreon supporters. I do greatly appreciate every single one of those people for their donations. I mean, I greatly appreciate it. Again, I'm just appreciative that you guys come and sit here and watch me flap my gums in the first place. I really do appreciate that. So yeah, moving on. Let's get into some other comic books. This series, like I picked up issue number 3 here last week of Dark Age, and I'm probably going to do a more full review on these here pretty soon. But is there anybody out there that's read Dark Age? This book it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now the thing is, in the story, what we got is basically there was a day that came, and apparently what it turns out being is they're saying right now like that it's a curse that was set upon the earth. And basically, what happened is all the metal in the world just disappeared. So it kind of took humanity back to the Dark Ages, if you will, to because all the metal was gone, so they didn't have weapons. There was a whole lot of things that just went and they don't have anymore. So with it went a lot of technology and those kinds of things like that. So it was a pretty good story. It's 3 issues in, but the thing is it's kind of funny too. It's kind of a funny story. It kind of cracks me up because there's just some of the things that happen in here. But like it's created and written by Don Handfield. The art is by Leonard Rodriguez. The colors are by Dijo Lima. And the letters by D.C. Hopkins. Now, the crazy thing here is they've also got these things that says special thanks to Jay Handfield, which I'll assume is Don Handfield's brother, father, something, uncle, cousin, who knows? I don't know. And William Schindler, the associate professor of anthropology and archaeology at Washington College, as well as Pat Nave, pro student and medieval studies at Cornell University, and Dr. John Lucas, medical consultant. And then for Red 5 Comics, Scott Chitwood, Joshua Starnes, Paul Enns. For Armory, Chris Lemole, and Tim Jazaros. I don't know, but they had like all these people that kind of put some input into this book, and I'm guessing that's probably for some of the things we get out of this book. Like, they probably went to some of these people and said, what like if we lost all the metal in the world, what would happen? What would happen? That's probably where the this guy for the anthropology and archaeology comes into play. At like, what would obviously man would want weapons, so they would go out and find ways to craft new weapons to survive these times, because people are going to get crazy. You know what I mean? When something like that happens. So it's a kind of a post-apocalyptic tale, and what we see is there's like people out there, that have resorted to cannibalism. Some of these people have been they're just like crazy, man, and they're like mutated like beast-like people. But we can see at the very beginning this the main character here, he was a professor. I believe he was an anthropologist. And let's see, where's it say here? I can't remember. I don't want to go through and read all this, but he's basically a teacher at a university, and one of the things he was, like here at the beginning, he's showing his daughter these little carvings that some of his students had made out of I can't remember, just rocks. And she goes, yeah, that's what his sister or his daughter says. She teaches him how to sharpen rocks, and his daughter must have some sort of condition or something, or maybe something happens to her here in this when all this metal disappears. His wife is pregnant with their second kid, and so and here's basically what happens when all the metal starts to disappear. The world turns to hell. And it was pretty cool. And then we get the story of the father and the son as they are there, just kind of out looking for I don't know, just salvaging through things. And I think they're looking for more medicine for his daughter. And so they're out there, and they come across these cannibals. They ended up coming across these other people, this army of people. And these people have weapons, they have guns and things like that, but again, I don't think any of this stuff is crafted from metal at the same time. And apparently what we get through the course of this series is we see that this doctor is being sought out by, and that's what we get in issue number 3, is this doctor is being sought out by this particular person who is looking for him for him to make weapons for them, because that's basically what he did and what he does at this current time, and how he survived so long is because he has the sharpest weapons out there and the best weapons out there because he knows how to make them. And we see through the course of some of these books, we see like he takes and goes into some of these cities and goes into the restrooms and takes and uses toilets to use the porcelain to make weapons. And it's a pretty cool series. And there's some of the funny things that are go on in here. Like they get this hostage, and God, where's this at? He right here. They're talking about this emperor that this guy works for, who was basically this on this tribe of people they came upon, and they're like, hey, like, what are you guys doing here? This father and his daughter, and he's saying that he works for the emperor, and and this guy here says some a-hole is calling himself the emperor. And this guy here that's working for says, herself, get woke, dude. Right here. And there's just other things like that throughout these books where some of this funny stuff comes into play. Like this dude's like, get woke, dude. It just cracks me up because there's like some other parts in here where like some of these people are calling themselves the Empire, but you can see they're let's see. It says right here they're sitting there scoping out this armory of people. It says the father's saying wars never really end, and the daughter is looking through their little scopes. She goes, that armor looks like, and her father says, someone has a sick sense of humor, and she says, or good taste in movies. And I'll show you what their armor looks like right here in this panel right here. It's all like Star Wars and everything. Some of the symbolism and everything. And it's pretty funny, man. And I'm telling you, there's just other spots like that where they've, just like I said, that guy's like, get woke, dude. Just cracks me up because it kind of makes fun of some of that stuff while still having like some of that stuff in here, because it looks like we have one of these girls in here who had we kind of get like possibly had a relationship with in the past with this other girl that is here in the story. And there is some other tribes. Like I said, they broke down the nations into different tribes. Here in like Mexico and North America, basically North America and South America, really. They have it all. You can see this map right here where they have it all broken down. And you can check out some more of the art there now. Like the art here, they're not going for prizes. It's not the best art in the world. There are times when it's really good, and it's not bad though. It's not bad. It's just kind of really what you're into. And you can even see like this person who is seeking out this emperor herself is wearing wearing some like Star Wars inspired armor and things like that. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a funny story what they've got going on here. It seems like kind of everybody here throughout the story probably has their own motives for reasons why they're doing stuff. Like we can see like the father here, the main character, and I can't remember his name right off the top of my head. While he begins to go ahead and work with this emperor and her army, he has some motives as well. And she's the leader of this army, and she said that she used to work at NORAD, and she kind of tells what she used to do, and she goes, when all this went down, like when all the metal disappeared and everything like that, I didn't change my job. I changed, like I'm still doing what I did, leading this army and doing these things. And she goes like, she sought him out because he can make these weapons. Like obviously he became more valuable, where he was just a teacher out of school before, teaching these seemingly mundane things, and now he's one of the most sought after people because this is what he basically what he did was he made weapons and stuff like that. Though the funny thing is, I always got to think like, didn't everybody else have smart professors and people who did the same thing as well? You know what I mean? And I'm sure they probably did. Maybe that's why some of these different people in these territories have some of the weapons they have and things like that. But apparently, this guy's are the best because like he knows his stuff. But I don't know. It's a pretty good book. I thought the Dark Age was a very good series, and like I said, they're only on issue number 3 here, and this is on Red 5 Comics. But altogether, pretty good series. Pretty good series. I'm not sure if this is going to be just like a 5-issue miniseries or if it's going to be an ongoing or whatnot. I'll have to look into that and let you know more about that here. But it seems like a lot of these smaller indie publishers that I've noticed, like a Red 5 Comics, or and I don't know enough about this publisher, but it seems like a lot of them with these series, they'll do like that's what they'll do is they'll do like a 4 or 5 issue series, just enough to maybe make a trade paperback, and then see if I don't know, maybe they see if it did well enough for them to do another volume, and I'm assuming that's how they do it. I don't know, but I'm not sure if this is a mini series or an ongoing. Again, that's on Red 5 Comics. Very good, very good, very good series so far. I like it. Okay, let's see. Um, Rosetta Allen says, "Okay, folks, I subbed to everyone in here. I could. Everyone else do that for each other. Back at your fellow geeks." Mads Mama Bear says, "Would you be interested in having me on Friday?" Yeah, we can do that, Mads. Yeah, we can. We could probably do that. Yeah, certainly, certainly. Let me know. Let me know. And yeah, if you have something you want to talk about, let me know. We'll get that worked out in case I need to look into anything. You know what? I actually started watching getting off the subject of comics for the day, but I just started watching that. What is that? Living with Yourself, that new Paul Rudd thing on Netflix. I just watched the first 2 episodes of that this morning, and I don't know, kind of interested. But I like Paul Rudd, you know what I mean? So kind of interested to see where it goes. I mean, it doesn't look like it's gonna. It may not win any awards, but it's kind of interesting. Like he's this guy and just living I guess a normal life, I guess you could say, where not necessarily an unhappy marriage, just things, there's just problems, in his life, and he goes to this spa to get some help and ends up getting cloned, and just the situation, the setup, and everything that goes on here. The first 2 episodes are almost like the same episode. They're kind of mirroring each other. You see a mirror world of this one character. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I guess it's 8 episodes long. I've already watched 2 of them just this morning. So I guess I'll watch the last handful sometime soon, and maybe do a review on them. But altogether, I thought it was. I like Paul Rudd though, so hopefully it doesn't end up sucking. You know what I mean? Like, come on, Paul Rudd. But I can't imagine him just jumping into something that wasn't at least decent. Comics on the Pyre says, metal. What about the metal filling in your teeth? Yeah, yeah, it would all be gone, man. That, oof, yeah. I remember I used to have some. Remember when I was a kid, they did those caps. I had some of those metal caps on my teeth when I was a kid. Did the people just wake up in the morning and they were gone? Well, some people did, but basically what happened is, like, you gotta think, like, metal in buildings and structures and things like that. It all disappeared too. So if there, because like in the story here, obviously there's the clock going around the world is it's always a different time somewhere, but here in the story where our characters are at, it looks like it's kind of maybe about the middle of the day, maybe lunch, maybe brunch, maybe around that time of day, because it's daytime out, everybody's out just kind of doing their thing there in the city. But certainly in other parts of the world, there'd be people who probably didn't wake up at all. And you got to think there's probably some people out there in the world who weren't affected at all. You know what I mean? Some of the tribes in some of the other countries, like people who live more like that without the use of technology and things like that. Anyway, they probably weren't affected much at all. But yeah, certainly, like, I mean, because really ultimately what that means is you see, like, buildings disappear, like everything, like they crumble down to dust. So that's kind of like, so some people didn't wake up. Some people didn't wake up. How about the metal plates in your head or arms? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all everything. All the metal is gone. How about the iron elements in your blood? And seeing that was the one thing I actually thought about as well. That was the one thing I thought about as well, was about like, yeah, the iron elements and all that kind of stuff. I thought the exact same thing. Comics on the Pyre. You guys should go check out Comics on the Pyre as well, man. He does some great comic book reviews. And his are really like. Comics on the Pyre, what he does is they're not only reviews, but they're overviews. He does his overview and review all in one. Like the way he does it, it's so great. He does great videos. Like they're so well imagined. Like every single time I watch one of them, I'm like, dang man, like how do you do it? And he uses these good sound effects and everything. I mean, I don't know, man, but you know, I guess I'm just better here, showing my pretty face and flapping my gums and going on and on. But he does these really nice, short, sweet, to the point videos. The last handful I seen, he was doing just like some different kind of. They weren't necessarily on comics. They were kind of like character studies. Like he did this one on about the Matrix and a quote from that movie, and just some different movies and things out there. He did one about racist villains in comic books. You should go, like I said, you should go check out Comics on the Pyre, man. He does some great videos. Demajamai says, I'm better, like 80%. All right, man. Hey, 80%'s doing better. 80%'s doing better, right? Sam's Tangled Web, what's up? How you doing this morning? Kermit the Log, what's up, man? How you doing? Matt's Mama Bear says that's great to hear. Oh, okay, yeah, for Demaja, yeah, definitely. I hate being sick, man. I'm stuck on how they have houses still standing without metal. Well, that's the thing. Not all houses are necessarily made with metal, but honestly, by the time like if the metal in like the house I lived in right now disappeared, I think for the most part, the way the wood, I mean, maybe except for the roof, the walls would stay pretty sturdy because, I mean, that's kind of supported by drywall and, the beams are still in there. Like, a lot of that would still hold together. Now, it probably wouldn't be safe. I'll give you that. It probably wouldn't be safe. You probably wouldn't want to continue living in a structure like that. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, all of them disappeared. Now, the thing is, like, what about brick? You know what I mean? You should be good with brick if you just use brick, right? Is there any kind of metals in brick? Like, just I don't know. I don't know. But we can see, like, I'll show you here. Like all the structures disappeared. They crumbled. Like here's where it started. Here's where it started right there. And then here's where it ends. With his wife there is pregnant, with their child, and yeah. So yeah, you can see like behind him, it looks like there's or over here it looks like there's still a building left that was made of brick. We can see here when you turn to this next page, you can still see like there's still a lot of the infrastructure and stuff still up as well. Because you got to think like really what's going in a lot of that stuff is like the rebar and stuff like that. That's like the road would probably still stand, but it wouldn't be. I wouldn't want to drive on it after that because it's losing a lot of stability and stuff in there. But then again, you got to think. I mean, they put a lot of metal in them things too. But once the concrete's up and set up, I mean, do the bars really help as much? I don't know. I'm sure it does for like earthquakes and stuff like that, and that's probably part of the reason why they do some of that stuff. But yeah, you can see plenty of the structures still standing and stuff. So like it depends. Like I was noticing that billboard over there too. So that billboard must have been made from wood or maybe I don't know, would carbon fiber? That wouldn't have metal in it, I don't believe. So I mean, other things out there, I guess. But yeah. That's kind of what happened. Yep. Let's see. Wookie Lives Matters, what's up? How you doing this morning? Sam Tangled says, nice morning show. Yeah, I think on Wednesdays, I do my morning movie chats here every day during the week, Monday through Friday. And I was like, you know what? Maybe since I've been talking about comic books more, maybe I need to do a new comic book day morning chat, just talking about some comic books. Like I said, Dark Age issue number 3 came out last week, y'all. And it was a good issue. Issue number 1 and issue number 2 were pretty good as well. So yeah, just some other books you guys might want to check out. I know I dropped a review of this as well, issue number 2, just earlier. Was it earlier this week? Might have just been here over the weekend. Of Bad Reception, where these people are having an off-the-grid wedding in a remote location. So they they took everybody's cell phones from them when they arrived at at their house for the weekend. They got dropped off by boat, and this guy's supposed to come pick them up 24 hours later. We can see all these people are going through nomophobia, and yeah, it was pretty good book. Another one I got right here is this No Ones. Anybody else been reading this book, The No Ones, by Jim Kruger? This is a God. Who's this on? It's on Cave Pictures Publishing. Don't Cave Pictures do movies? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I thought they were a studio. Probably just an entertainment studio, and they're doing some comic books as well. This series is it's kind of like an X-Men kind of maybe Watchmen-ish kind of book. It's interesting. The only two issues I got. This is issue number 5. I've also got issue number 3 and 4. And maybe I need to go back and get issue number 1 and 2 as well, just so I can learn a little bit more of the story. Because I was like, maybe I just don't know what's going on here, because I'm a little bit confused when I read issue number 3, and I probably issue number 1 and 2 would definitely help give more clarity. But it seems like each one of these issues has been focusing on a different character and their powers and what's going on with them. And I think throughout the story, I think there's like 7 different heroes. But I'm guessing maybe this might just go into these first handful of the ones that are basically like the bad guys now that are on the run. But an interesting story. It's been interesting. It's like it's not a very thick comic book neither, but there's a lot in here. Like Jim Kruger's like the writing in here. It's heavy. I mean, it's got a lot in it. It's like a book, like an actual book, and they put art to it. So yeah, like I said, it's, and at times it's wordy, at times it's not, and like I said, I haven't got a chance to read this one yet, as it just came out today. But you can see like right here, you can see it's got it's pretty wordy, and you can see that was just like some of the narration going on, and you're getting here into some of the speech, and that's some of the art there you can check out as well. But yeah, this series has been pretty good. Like I said, it seems like each issue has kind of been focusing on a little bit different character, telling some of their backstory and just things like that. There's a little bit more of that art on there. And yeah, the art is by Well B, letters by Simon Boland. But yeah, yeah, like I said, and I got actually recommended this book by the writer himself on Instagram, because he's actually the writer working on Neon Future over at Impact Theory Comics, and he made a post, and I was like, oh yeah, he's like, oh, you should check out the No Ones if you're into this or that, and I was like, I'll check it out. So I went to my local comic book shop, and when issue number 3 came out, and asked them if they could get that in for me, and they did. So I read issue 3, 4, and then I will be reading number 5 soon. Pretty good. It was pretty good though. So yeah, what I need to do is, last week I was doing a giveaway. Here on the channel for a free digital copy of a book, and let's go here and see who won that. All you had to do was watch my comic book pull list to the end and leave a comment in the video and be subscribed. So it should have been, it was a pretty easy one. So let's go here and pick out our winner right here. Let's see. We're going to go to here, and let's see who is the winner of this digital copy of X-Men issue number 1. Okay, videos. Okay, we're going to go to last week's comic book pull list. Here we go. Let's see. There's four comments. Let's see. No, we're not. No, not that. Right. Oh, come on. Where's my TubeBuddy plugins? Come on, man. Am I not signed in? Is that it? Apparently not. Apparently not. There we go. Sorry, folks. Sorry. This is taking a little bit longer than I planned here to do this giveaway. Been giving away a copy of X-Men issue number 1. All you had to do is go and watch the video and leave a comment in the video. Okay. Sign in. Why do these things ever, unsign you out? You know what I mean? Like, come on. The security stuff. And then you got to come up with a new password. What's with these new passwords? Who can remember all these passwords to all this stuff anyway? Because you got to make a new one every single, every 90 days or every year or anything like that. And, it gets to be a little lot sometimes. It gets to be a lot. I'm sitting there like, oh, what's going on here? Okay. Oh, come on. This is how my internet's been today. For some reason, it's been acting up. Okay. Come on now. We need to work a little bit faster than this. Okay. I don't know how to do all this stuff here on the page. I don't really ever come on here on my. I don't know how to do all this. Oh, there we go. It finally came up now. Okay, here we go, folks. We're gonna pick a winner. Okay, who we've got here is 19K Fox. 19K Fox, please get a hold of me here on the channel. You can get a hold of me, on my About section here, or you can get a hold of me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, anything like that. Get a hold of me to claim your copy of X-Men issue number 1. It's just a digital copy, but hey, it's a copy, right? I've got that. Let's see, and yeah. So go ahead, 19K Fox. Congratulations, everybody! Give 19K Fox a big congratulations. Give him a pat on the back, and let's see. Tell him that to get a hold of me. If in case you don't see this, he is the winner of X-Men issue number 1, digital copy. But you know what? How about more? Is there anybody out there right now who wants a copy of a comic book? I've got a copy right here. A digital copy of what is this? Issue number 6 of Powers of X. Anybody? I can toss your names in a randomizer if you guys want this digital copy. Okay, I'm gonna hold it open for 5 minutes. If you want a digital copy of issue number 6 of Powers of X, put Powers of X down in the comments, or yes, I want a copy. Yeah, enter me. We're gonna do this in 5 minutes. I'm gonna start a timer right now. Guys. All right. This timer is going to be set for 5 minutes. Y'all got 5 minutes to sit here and say, hey, I want a digital copy. I want a digital copy of this comic book. I want a digital copy of Powers of X issue number 6. I mean, honestly, guys, it does kind of suck because, you only got the 6th issue. You don't have issue 5 or issue 4 or issue 3. But you know what? There's a lot explained in this one book anyway. There's kind of a lot that goes down, and really, I think it's got a lot to do with everything that's gone on in the House of X series, and I think it kind of fills you in pretty well on a whole bunch of things here. So, yeah, it's a good one, and I got this digital copy because I redeemed mine on my copy. But look at that cover. I can't remember. I think it was Chillmonger I seen actually had this cover as well. And I was like, dude, that's a sick cover, because I like my local comic book shop. They're freaking legit. They're the best. They have they let me pick up some of my books early so I can get some reviews done for you guys. You know what I mean? They're very supportive of me here on the channel, and I greatly appreciate them. So that's why you hear me talk about them a lot. That's Bases, Cards, and Comics. You should go follow them on Instagram or Twitter. I don't know if they're on Twitter or Facebook, or Facebook. Go check them out. Again, that's Bases, Cards, and Comics, and that's at, the little at symbol, at Bases, Cards, and Comics, all spelled out. Bases, Cards, and Comics. Okay, so yeah, let's see what we got here. We got 3.5 minutes left, guys. 3.5 minutes left. Okay, we're gonna take and we'll open this up to random name. Oh yeah, random name. Yeah, there we go. Oh come on, man. Why is this thing? Okay, here we go. We got it open up to random name picker. We've got. I see we've got a couple of you in here that are. Well, okay, we got Tommy and Mad's Mama Bear. Okay, we got Tommy, Mad's Mama Bear. All right, we got 2.5 more minutes. If anybody wants to get entered into the giveaway for Powers of X issue number 6, all you got to do is say, "Hey, I want in," or "Powers of X," or "Freaking Wolverine is awesome," or you know what? Hey, just put me in there. Put my name in. That's all you got to do. Just say something there in the comment section. So far, we got Tommy and Mad's Mama Bear's name here in the random name picker. And you know, I could always screen share this too if you guys don't, if you guys want to see like this this thing here, so you can see I'm not lying on the names here that we got here. I'll show you. See if we can get this all in here. Good. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna have to go with this. We're gonna go in here. And what is this? Random name pick. Yes, there we go. Okay. Let's see if that shows up. Ching! Okay, folks. Okay, we still got 1 minute and 27 seconds left until we're going to do a giveaway for a digital copy of Powers of X issue number 6. Powers of X issue number 6. If you want to get it, if you want to get in, folks, all you got to do is say right down there in the comment section, you got 1 minute left. And one more minute left. We've got 1 minute and 7 seconds. So you got 62 seconds left right as of right now. Ooh, 60, 59, 58. Okay, and this book, like I said, it's really good. The Powers of X, I mean, it fills in a lot because you kind of learn really, in Powers of X, they do a lot of confusing talk about the phalanx with this librarian and a lot of the things that basically happened with the humans as they started experimenting with biotechnology, and a lot of the story is really explained in this book, or at least the culmination of it all. So this book is definitely, even not even getting the rest of the issues. This issue actually has a lot, and it's still a pretty good one, and would still set you up for a good read of going out and picking up, say, even a copy of X-Men issue number 1. I think it'd still be a good entry into that. We got 12 seconds, 10 or 11. I don't know how to count today. Oh man, I'm getting crazy. We're getting ready to do this giveaway, folks. Ooh, oh man, I'm getting a little bit crazy. Oh, we got 2 seconds left. 1 second. Oh. All right, there we go, right there. You heard it. You hear that? That's the alarm. Okay, let's go ahead and end that. Okay, so we've got Tommy and Mad's Mama Bear here, getting ready to see who wins the giveaway for this copy of Powers of X issue number 6, and the winner is Tommy. Tommy, congratulations. Just get a hold of me on Twitter or Instagram, so I can send you this code here out of the book. But Mad's Mama Bear, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Don't feel disappointed, because what you win is you're going to win a digital copy of Amazing Spider-Man issue number 31. Right? Come on, I know, right? We got 2 of you here. You're both walking away with something. Congratulations, Tommy and Mad's Mama Bear. Thank you all so much for like I said, being here and supporting the channel and just everything that you guys do. I do greatly appreciate all of the viewers here, for you guys just showing up here, like I said, and supporting the channel, and and me and all this stuff. Like I said, it's growing slowly but surely. The channel's growing. It's doing pretty good. Like I said, it's 615. Like I don't know. It's kind of growing a little bit every day. That's awesome. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel motivated and want to keep making content. Or maybe I'm doing something right. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that, again, thank you all so much for being here every single day to watch me flap my gums about, movies, comic books. Sometimes, on occasion, I even talk about music. I want to bring some of my friends on to talk about that because I got one of my friends, man. I'm telling you, he's a very talented musical artist, and he really knows his stuff when it comes to music. I mean, like he's the man. He's the man. Like you should see see my wall right here, where all the posters are at. Like he has like a whole wall full like this, like probably even bigger than this wall, full of just like CDs that he owns. Just yeah, and records and just I'm telling you, he's the man. So, yeah, again, congratulations to Tommy and Mad's Mama Bear, and congratulations to 19K Fox as well for winning the digital copy of X-Men issue number 1. Like I said, guys, just get a hold of me on Twitter or something so I can send you guys out these copies, the codes for these copies, and you can redeem those at marvel.com is where they have the, yeah, like I said, I'll get all that information to you guys. So yeah, thank you all so much here for tuning in once again to the Wednesday new comic book Wednesday morning talk chat. I don't know. We're gonna have to find a good name for this thing and a better thumbnail. I did that. The thumbnail. It's horrendous. I know. I know. I'm gonna replace that one today anyway. I'm gonna put some comics up there. Some maybe like the ones we was doing the giveaway for, and maybe in today's video, maybe we got another comic book that we'll do a giveaway for. I don't know. We'll see. Right? Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel today. Like I said, go back and check out some of the reviews I did. I already did a review for Marauders issue number 1. I did a review for The Amazing Mary Jane, so you guys should go check those out. Like I said, on my comic book pull list, it will be included with them. I will be doing reviews for Luna Snow and Count Crowley as well. So, be sure you keep your eye out for those as well. But that's all I have here for the Wednesday, the new comic book day, Wednesday comic book chat. You all have a very good day. Have a great rest of your week. Get out and support your local comic book shop here today on New Comic Wednesday. And we'll see you all in the next video. Later.